That down. Let's move on to this, shall we? If you've watched my show for any period of time, you know that a couple of my favorite movies the last couple of years, not just animated, I mean overall favorite movies the last couple of years, is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I love these movies. I think they're so great. And what's really funny is, especially with Into the Spider-Verse, that was one of those movies that I thought was going to suck. I didn't like the idea of it. Nobody cares. I didn't like the animation style at first when I saw the trailers. And then I absolutely fell in love with the film, love it. And I thought the second one was every bit as good. And now we're waiting patiently, or not so patiently, for Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, the third one. Now, in the last 48 hours or so, a report started going around that Sony had basically scrapped all the work that had been done on the movie so far, that they were having massive creative differences, and that the movie would not come out, Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse would not come out until at least 2027. And I started getting all sorts of messages from people, and I'm like, oh no. Well, that might not be so true. This comes to us from the folks over at Screen Rant who wrote the following. Amid such an explosive report, Spider-Verse music composer Daniel Pemberton took to social media to address the rumors. Pemberton, after having worked on both previous Spider-Verse movies, seemingly debunks the report and claimed that the rumors of Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse continued delay and creative overhaul were simply not true. Pemberton put this on social media. Don't ever really want to weigh in on this sort of stuff, but would you ever believe there could sometimes be stuff on the internet that might not always be particularly accurate? And he says that in response to the actual Spider-Verse being delayed post out there. So, according to the composer of the film, who you would think at this point might already be working on music and scoring for the new film, is coming out and saying, guys, don't listen to it. Now look, we are already past when we were supposed to get the new Spider-Verse movie. All right. I believe originally, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was originally supposed to come out like May of this year.
Yeah.
I think that was his original. Now, of course, the writer strikes and all that kind of stuff threw a lot of films into upheaval. But I don't think the strike would push it for 3 years. And it has been frustrating as us fans of this movie franchise have been getting basically radio silence about the development and progress of the film. And that's why when a report like that comes out, it's very easy to believe, because it's like, yeah, it's been delayed. We're hearing no updates, whatever. But again, to have somebody who's actually working on the film come out, and who worked on all the films, to come out and say, guys, listen, just, he's not necessarily saying everything's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But he's saying, look, guys, the report, not true. So at this point, I'm inclined to believe the composer at this point. But again, it would be nice to get some kind of actual update. Where are you on this? They say they've been working on it for a long time. I would love to get some kind of an update, an official one, not the rumored one, not I've heard from somebody who heard it from somebody who heard it from somebody, which is often the information we get. It would be really nice to get an update. So look, I don't need them to come out. I don't need the head of Sony or Lord Miller to come out and put out a thing that says August 18th, 2025. I don't necessarily need that, but hey, just say, hey, look, we're working really hard and we're aiming for second half of 2025, or we're aiming, just something would be pretty nice, because if this was a crappy franchise, I wouldn't care, but I do care. I want this movie so badly. Anyway, Chris, you heard the reports. You've seen what Pemberton is saying here. How do you interpret all this?
I think it's a lot of smoke and no fire, personally. I think there's just delays. And also, Christopher Miller did tweet about an hour ago, nothing has been scrapped. I feel like this is moving along at the speed it has to move along because of these strikes, because of these issues, because of what happened with their animators being worked to the bone last time.
They had a lot of controversy with the last film over that.
They had so much controversy last time. And we've talked about this before ad nauseum. You do not want some of your favorite films that you love so dearly to come at the cost of people's mental health, well-being, and livelihood, where these animators were also being paid so little and working so much. So I feel like the production has been doing a lot of course correcting. And those things are just going to take time. And I think it's really nice to click on something that gives you a reason or gives you some kind of, spicy little reason why you're not getting your movie right now when you want it. A lot of times in filmmaking, it's not that exciting or sexy. It's just, hey, stuff went wrong. Stuff takes time. And these films are some of the most beautiful pieces of animation we have ever seen.
Yeah, they're
Each
gorgeous.
film continues to break boundaries. So it's going to take a while. And I think it's just more enticing sometimes for folks to do something a little clickbaity. And maybe there is something else there. Yeah, maybe there is something else happening there. I obviously don't know what's going on behind the scenes there. I don't have a contact at Sony, but this does just feel like a lot of smoke and no fire.
And it could be. Now, when did Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse come out? Was it 2022? I can't remember if it was 2022 or 2021 at this point, because it's
23.
23, yeah.
so it came out in 23.
May of 23.
May of 23. So listen, if it does come out, and we don't know, if it does come out in the second half of like 2025 or even the beginning of 2026, it's not that long. It's really not that long. I mean, yes, do I want it now? Give it to me now. I want it now.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I do. But at this point, we'll get it when we'll get it. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of this video, Mando. Guys, I've got to tell you about something that changed my whole body care game. Mando Whole Body Deodorant. Now, I first heard about Mando last year when they offered to become a sponsor of the show, and I was honestly skeptical. I mean, a deodorant can't really control odor for 72 hours, can it? But after using it myself, I am a believer. You can use it anywhere on your body, and I mean anywhere. It's clinically proven to keep you smelling fresh for up to 72 hours without any irritation. I'm loving the Clover Wood scent, but they've got options like Bourbon Leather, Mount Fuji, Pro Sport, and even unscented if you prefer to go stealth mode. I like to use it after the shower, before the gym, or even important meetings. It's that reliable. And right now, Mando's got a killer deal. New customers get $5 off their best-selling starter pack with my exclusive code Campea. That's over 40% off. Just go to shopmando, that's shopmando.com, and use the code Campea. Seriously, guys, if you want a deodorant that's aluminum-free, baking soda-free, and just works better than anything else you've tried, it's time to make the switch to Mando. So don't wait. Control body odor anywhere with Mando. Head over to shopmando.com and use the code Campea and get $5 off your starter pack. Trust me, you're going to love it. That's at shopmando.com. Go and check it out now. Guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Do you think there might be more behind the scenes drama? Is this just a thing of, listen, we got to make sure all of our ducks in the row properly. We got delayed because of the writer's strike. It takes time to make an animated film like this. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.